Hello, I'm Joan and welcome to Pedal Playhouse.
Freeze frame. I always wanted to do that. Hello, I am Figaro of Figaro's Playhouse. If you don't know who I am, then check out my videos. I'm famous. Now, I'm here because Joan asked me to edit this video because she's doing some surgery or something. All I know is that the last time I went for surgery, I came back missing some stuff and I was wearing a plastic cone. Now, let's get back to the video. Unfreeze.
I see you're here to find out whether the guitar for the Harley Benton DIY challenge, what happened? Did I roll a D20 in D&D and it was an epic success? Or did I roll a 1 and it was an epic fail? Watch to the end of the video and you will definitely find out, and you make the decision yourself of how well I did, or, it's like Bart Simpson with the cake saying you tried. This is definitely going to be me overcoming my perfectionism because it's very high, and working on guitars, for the first time. I have not assembled a guitar or done any of this work before. I've used a guitar mostly as a tool, and the effects pedals are mostly what my focus is because I love them. So I have wanted to get more into guitars in the realm of learning about them, and I think this was really the good foundation that I need to start diving into it. So with this Harley Benton challenge, I'm obviously hoping that I overcome my perfectionism, probably not completely, but I will be overcoming a lot of, anxiety and control, kind of deal. So if you have any guidance respectfully that you think probably next time I could do better, it's not things, it's the first time, so things will happen. So not to say too much, but, without further ado, let's go. This is the sanding part of what we're doing. I am basically taking a 320 grit sandpaper. I'm going to be going over the body, and as far as Sean told me online, he said, well, whenever you think that you're done, 4 more times. So I think I'm going to use that as a mantra, that every time I think I'm done, I'm just going to go 4 more times. 4 more times. Also, in doing this, I thought it would be a really good opportunity to try out the Shure Move Mic 88 Plus microphone, the wireless system, because while talking, I wanted to be hands-free and also not that there's anything wrong with the labs, but just to have something on me that I may bump, or while I'm moving, while I'm moving my arm, is it going to move with my body or my throat, depending on where it is. So I thought that this would be kind of a cool way of having a microphone here while I'm doing things. So if I have random commentary while I'm doing this in the moment, I thought it would actually be a really cool thing to test. And the thing that was the coolest about it is the fact that I'm on the other side of my house right now in doing this, and this is recording in Logic Pro on my computer right now at the other side of the house, which then makes it so I could pretty much go anywhere in my house to do kind of like, workshop kind of stuff with this guitar, with this project, and it wouldn't be, a whole bunch of sawdust in front of my area with the guitars and pedals. I don't want that. I definitely don't want that. So here we are. This is going to be the 320 that I'm going to be going with, and here we go. To see whether you can just watch me do this in real time. I'm going to go with the grain, pretty much. And we're sanding. And we're sanding. All right. My gimpy finger is... I need support for this to basically pull it along because I can't really push with this finger. Doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't. I can mess up. Making mistakes is okay. As long as you learn from them. Try not to repeat them. Try. I saw some people did kind of like a moving up of like 100, 200, 320, and 400, at least in a video. Then I talked to some other people who have done this before, and they were saying they used a 400 grit or like a 320, so I just kind of like, I'll just go to 320. Let's go from there. I don't even know what path I'm on. I really don't. We're just going. We're winging it. And we're sanding. And we're sanding. Oh, it's fun. It's fun to find joy in the little things. At least I think so. And can't be too serious all the time. It'd be kind of boring. See, it's probably why I'm scripted. You don't get any of this zany rambling. Odds are I may sand this too well. Be a flat guitar. I just sand it too well. No curves for you. You know, maybe wiping this down with a towel would have been better than my hand. Probably would have been, but it just went right in. No plan. Just went. The plan. Oh yes, that's right. The plan. The plan that we were supposed to do. Yes, it is an ingenious plan. The plan, yes, the plan. It is what it is. I mean, it's getting done. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. The boy. Yeah, he's looking at the window like, why is she out there and I can't be out there? I know. Oh, the look I just got. Sorry, you can't be out here. Oh, he went upstairs. He's upset. Oh, I'm gonna have to be nice to him, like extra nice. Oh. Yep. I'm in the doghouse. There was a time when things were so broken-hearted. And here we are to the flat, matte, black part of spraying the guitar. And we are using Max Flex. It is all-surface wood, metal, vinyl, and more. So, yeah, I know also you are probably wondering, how did I come across this, obviously lovely piece of furniture wood to attach the, into the neck pocket of the guitar? Crimes. So, in putting this together, I think it's going to be a good way to obviously keep it stable, so that when I do the sprays, I'm going to do one pass, and then, wait an hour or so, and then do another pass, and then tomorrow, 2 more passes. And we're at the next phase of this. I got as far as I could with the black paint, in which I allotted time for myself, deadline-wise. So I'm gonna say the black paint is as good as it's gonna get for this build. I do hopefully As far as in the future wise, have a plan to do painting guitar bodies further. And I've made notes based off of what I learned here. And then also I have got some feedback from people online, which I've screenshotted some of those. So at least I have some notes. And when I go with the next one, when I encounter the same problems, I kind of have a little bit more ways of approaching them and how I can tackle those problems. So here we are at the tape peel, and we also have these little paintbrushes that I'm going to be trying out first. It's going to be probably the first time I'm using them. It basically is filled with the water in the back, and then of course as you squeeze, whether you can see that, the water gets pushed up in the way that as you paint, you get to kind of choose how much water you're using, as opposed to, dipping something and not knowing kind of how much you're absorbing, too little or too much. I am going to start the process that we all enjoy, which is the removal of the tape. Slow motion. Maybe I'll add reverb on this like Landon Bailey does in post. See if I can get this ASMR with my good hand. Not bad on the separation of the corners of the tape. That's not bad. Yes. Let my finger go. Okay. All right, that was off. Thought I was gonna have the flying cockroach moment and gonna freak out. All right, so this is essentially where we are. So black, and then we're gonna paint the front. Bad guitar. So as far as the sanding goes on this, sanded this a bit more. Again, following online Sean's advice of, if you think you're done, do it 4 more times. Hopefully this was enough. So much so I have lost count. So I don't know whether the sanding was enough, but I am hopeful that it was. But we'll see. Maybe it's enough. Maybe it's not. I guess we're gonna find out soon. These are the colors, pretty much, that I am going to be painting from. It's 2 of the same color. So if I run out of one, I kind of have enough. I'm hoping that's why I kind of reduced it from the whole body to, this can probably cover the top. I hope. So we're going to get into it. These are watercolors, and they're iridescent, and they're a little extra. And away we go. Here we are at the stage of the fret addressing, where I'm going to be kind of fixing the sharp edges here. I'm going to go into it with these tools, micro mesh file with different grits, with different colors, and then also with the file here.
Hey guys, do me a solid and like and subscribe to this video. I get more treats if you do.
This has been 2 months, I think, in the making of getting here, between, prepping the body, sanding it, doing all the things that are needed, obviously, to paint it. And then we get to the point where then I had to adjust the frets because they were a little sharp, and I've already kind of lost a piece of my finger in March, so I didn't want to, carry on that tradition. So at this point, we're going to start with the easiest thing first before I open the Harley Benton book, because I know some of the other creators on YouTube that are my friends have had issues because sometimes they've skipped a few steps and then forgot about the ground and forgot about the wires. So I'm going to try not to make that same mistake. So the first thing I'm going to do is, even though, yes, what came with the kit is great, as far as the ring, for the pickups, it's not really the color that's going to go well. So I ordered from Guyker some of these black ones to replace it. I think it's going to be a much better color. So again, only a screwdriver's needed, no big deal. You can watch me, obviously, have fun in real time. Either doing things really well, or panicking, or or doing things very badly but confidently pushing through and no one knows. Alright, so here's the time in which we open the book and follow it step by step to make sure that we don't make any mistakes our friends have. Alright, so safety instructions. Danger for children. Well, we're already, risk of injury to hands. Already did that in March, so we can just, we're already ahead of the game there. Provide the following tools and, materials. Let me see. Provide the following tools and materials for assembly of the guitar. So, Phillips screwdriver, check. Rubber mallet, check. Ring wrench, yes. Pliers / wire cutter. And as far as the wire cutter goes, obviously I got that. But also, hey, maybe we wanted didn't have a 2-for-1 special and have the baby pliers out. So that should be interesting.
Hey, let's fast forward to the tuners. Tuners.
All right, now that we have below the backside of the guitar, we are now going to attach these two together. And hoping everything goes well. We're installing the wires now that I'm holding precariously. And even though you have a larger hole here, and it's going to be the smaller one, I fed it through the larger one the first time, and that definitely was not it. So the smallest hole in the body cavity is going to route it to the front. All right, it is bridge time. So we already have the wire in the place that we need to have it, coming through the body, and just enough so that it's going to get tapped down and grounded. I normally have one speed and it's go, so I'm going to try very hard to not just give it a little tap, tap. Hopefully I can control the amount of force and abrasiveness that normally when I go at things I do. God, I don't want to mess this up. I don't want to mess this up.
Okay, let's add the guitar connector thing. Okay, time for the switch and on those turning things. Oh, I know these. They're the pickups. Is this a bridge for ants? It needs to be 2 times bigger. Is that a boomerang? Hey, look, it's me.
Now, before I get into what the final result is of what the guitar looked like by the end of this whole process, at this point, I'm just going to say, as far as the assembly of the kit itself and everything, was this kit perfect? No, it wasn't. Would I suggest this to someone as their first build? If this is your first guitar, don't attempt. Do not try this at home. Definitely go to a store, Thomann, or, if you have a brick and mortar that's close by, have that be your first guitar. As an ultimate beginner, don't try to build a guitar that you have no idea how it functions, its, components or anything. Don't do it. Don't do it. Girl, don't do it. I did it. Don't say I didn't warn you. So, do I actually think that this has been a learning experience? Yes. Would I do it again? Yes. Did it work? Yes. Yes, it did. And I was actually extremely happy that it did. And there was, from that point, no more things needing to be done or to fix. I probably will, at some point, probably swap out, maybe to some other pickups. I think I probably will do that, just as I continue, I think, to tinker with this guitar. I think I'm going to make another video after this that changes like a few things on it. So, stay tuned. Do I think it's beautiful? Well, I think I'll let you be the judge of that. So let's roll that beautiful B-roll. if I was to ever have a custom guitar built for myself, this was essentially kind of the gist of what I always kind of wanted as far as a paint job, on the guitar. I wanted the top to be the most vibrant and I guess flashy, but with the satin, I kind of, if you think gemstones when they have that kind of frosted satin kind of look, I wanted kind of like a soft shift. I think this kind of did it pretty well, and with the texture of the wood with using a kind of color shifting watercolor, you got the texture of the grain that also kind of comes through with that, which I think is cool. It reminds me of Novo guitars, which I love the way the paint on the wood and how the texture comes through with that, and it's metallic and kind of iridescent. I love the way their guitars are painted. So there's sometimes like I follow guitar builders or companies because I love the way that the artistry of their guitars and where they paint or stain or their inlays and stuff like that. It's eye candy. So essentially I wanted to make my own kind of eye candy myself. This has actually been a wonderful experience despite times that I had good days and bad days. I did cry while making this guitar on numerous occasions, just because when I do something, I put my heart into it. Hence,
Meow.
And Figaro is agreeing with me, meowing in the background. And I also appreciate his help with putting this together as much as when the idea was talked about, because as this is being recorded now, I am going into having surgery tomorrow. So try to wrap this up before doing that. This is literally the night before, and it's about to be midnight. So thank you, Figaro. I am trusting you. There will be lots of treats later, but please don't do anything. Don't do anything that I would be upset about. Please. I beg you, please don't. But getting back on topic, thank you for basically having this challenge and allowing me to jump in and just find out that this is actually something that I would kind of want to keep doing. If you're interested in building a Harley Benton kit yourself, I'm going to put the link in the description, and you're going to be able to find the kits there. I think they have about 11 of them, give or take. Don't quote me on it. But yeah, I'll put them down there if you're interested in checking them out and see if that's something you may want to explore. Thank you for coming along and joining me on this. And until the next time we meet, be the good you wish to see in the world, be excellent to each other, and be seeing you. Also, though, if you're new to this channel, allow me to tell you some details about it and how you can help it grow. Subscribing to the channel is one great way to help, as well as sharing it with your friends and laughing together watching the animated silliness we get into while exploring effects pedals and creating original music with the house band. A monetary way you can support the channel is through Sweetwater affiliate links, as well as Patreon. So thank you, honestly, from the bottom of my heart. I would not have gotten this far without your encouragement and support.